Do your homework. Hang out with your friends.
I'm Mike Verastro. I am the Director of Instrumental Music at South Windsor High.
I'm Amy Wilhelm. I'm in 10th grade at South Windsor High School.
I'm David Ennis. I have been teaching here at South Windsor High School this is close to the end of my second year. I teach physics, honors physics for the last couple of years, and as well as freshman physics. And I taught for 8 years physics before that. And before that, I worked in the industry for a good number of years at various jobs, managing quality and manufacturing.
Hi, I'm Isabel and I'm a 5th grader.
I would say that the biggest definition for success for me is when people meet the goals that they put out in place for themselves. That's success.
My definition of success is doing something that you love and enjoying it.
For me, success means becoming your own person. And along with that also is pursuing what you want. You have to know what you want before you can pursue what it is. And so I think a lot of people go through life without really discovering what it is that they want, without thinking carefully enough about what they want. And then once you know what it is, then to me success is progress towards getting that. Not necessarily getting it, although getting it would be success also, but good progress towards the goal of getting what you really want is success. And along the way, you don't want to compromise who you are, because there is, when I say become your own person, I make that part of what happiness is, because there are lots of people, lots of influences that try to tell you what to be, how to act, what you should think, what you should believe. And I think that part of success is kind of rising above all that and figuring out for yourself what to think, what to believe, what it is you really want, what's important in life, and all that stuff.
I'd say being happy in life, because when you're happy, there's nothing else that really matters.
Social skills are about how you interact with people, whether it's one-on-one or with a group. Academic skills are sort of content knowledge and techniques that you learn maybe through high school or college.
Social skills is being able to communicate with others, while academic is being able to read from a textbook and interpret it.
Well, academic skills, I think, come from a different part of our brains. The skills that we have, academic skills and social skills, what skills are ways that we have of getting what we need or want. And so social skills start when we're infants, and we need social skills to get what we want or need from other people. And that could be material things for survival, or just, affection, affirmation of who we are, all that kind of stuff. Social skills. And we start on those, before we can talk. And but then academic skills, have more to do with getting what we want, like understanding the world, with its people and even without people, how things work. And so that's more sophisticated. And so it's a different, I think, a different part of the brain. Certainly starts later.
I have two bachelor's degrees in music education and trumpet performance, and I have 2 master's degrees in music education and instrumental conducting.
So far I've finished 9th grade and I'm in 10th grade.
Well, my education beyond high school is I have a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from University of Rhode Island, and a master's degree in electrical engineering from UConn.
Well, I go to a Catholic school, so that would usually be my education.
Sure. I'm sure there were better ones than me, but yeah.
I would consider myself a good student
Why is that?
because I have a good GPA and I understand material.
Yes, I was a good student well, I was a good student for my master's degree. I was a pretty good student as an undergraduate also, but I was really a good student obtaining my master's degree. And what that means is, to me, is I really wanted to understand. I really would not settle for having any piece of what it is that I was supposed to understand that I didn't understand. I wasn't satisfied if new information didn't fit with old information. I'd do something about it. You know, I'd read, I'd go and see my professor, I'd ask questions. I wound up doing that a lot. And I was not a good student in high school. I was substandard. I think I was below average in high school. But I changed my ways as a college student and certainly as a master's student.
Actually, yes, I do think I'm smart because I am very good at math and I built a robot.
And what does the robot do?
The robot plows snow.
And you did this by yourself?
Yes, I do.
On a small group level, yes. Not big on the Facebook stuff, Twitter, all the followers or anything like that. I'd much rather have a small one-on-one conversation.
I'm relatively social.
Why do you think that?
Well, like I have friends and we hang out a lot, but I don't talk a lot in school.
Yes, I would because I'm really good at making friends and I'm funny.
Ooh, at the beginning, I would say it's mostly academic skills. When you're out of college and stuff for jobs, they want to know what you know, because everybody with your degree is supposed to be able to do the same amount of stuff. And then as you get older, now in my 18th year of teaching, I would say it's probably more the networking stuff that I've done and the people that I've met that are helping myself, my program, and my career the most, because what I did in college 20 years ago doesn't really matter anymore. So.
Right.
Definitely academic.
Well, getting me further depends on whether we're talking about, or it depends on what goal you mean getting further towards. You know, there are social goals and there are academic goals and there are, employment goals. In terms of employment, it was mainly academic because in order to get certain jobs, to do certain things, you needed to have the background knowledge to go in and do the job, or the background knowledge that gave people the confidence you'd be able to learn on the job what you needed to learn in order to do the job. That was academic. But on the other hand, also in the interview process for getting a job, there is a good deal of social skill involved in relating to the person that's interviewing you. After you have the job and you want to progress in the job, it's very important to be able to get along with other people and to make a contribution to the whole overall effort. So once you're in the job, I think that social skills are just as, are about, you know, I say just as important, I don't know exactly, but about as important as the academic. And in life in general, I think probably the social, outside of the work environment, social skills are probably, you know, more important.
My social skills, because my social skills give me support to do my academics.
It's sort of both. You have to know what you're doing because, like I said, everybody comes out with whatever degree you want to get and whatever job you want to get. Everyone has the same qualifications. But part of the job now is getting in the door, which means who do you know who's opening doors for you. So it's kind of a balance between the two. You have to know what you're doing and you have to know the right people to sort of open the doors and the pathway you want to, head down.
I think you need a combination of both, but academic can bring you further because you can work independently and achieve great success.
I really don't know, because that would require some measurements, measurements that I haven't made in terms of, what the success is that we're talking about and how people got it. But in asking the question, you probably know that. You probably know that I don't have a really good answer. So what's my feeling? That in America, I feel that it's probably more social than academic. And it's probably that way in most places. I think in America, academic rises higher than in a lot of other places. Not all of the places, but a lot of other places. But I think in most civilizations, it's mainly social. It has been historically. And then academic is catching. The more technology you have, the more academic competes. Still more social, I think. Yeah, for overall success, because since success is so has so many elements to it. When you say success, then certainly both are very important. And I would say in all the parts of success, probably equally important, and they can both be improved.
I would say both because the social skills helps you have support for your book smarts. So in that way, it would be both.
Do you believe it's important to have good social skills? If you do, raise your hand. All right. Do you think you're a social person? High over your head. High up. Do you think it's important to have good academic skills? High. Stretch. Do you find academic